And another thing that I had just wanted to say real quick, and then I'm gonna get down. Thotty just came up here and said that wasn't on the lease. So what late night put another name on the lease?
Wait,
Did y'all see that?
he said
Did
what?
y'all see that? When you was reading the charges and you said his name, Jason Alvarez, Thotty ring, he's up here. He said, "Oh, that wasn't on the lease." So is his name? Did he give them a different name?
No, what I'm talking about wasn't on the lease, was how she's trying to say Late Night was supposed to be a gardener and he's supposed to be mowing the lawn and all that. That ain't on the lease. It don't say none of that.
Is this your first?
It don't say he got to do
Is this
none
your
of that.
first time hearing this?
This is the
No,
first
this
time
is
I
not
ever
my
heard
first time
that.
hearing this.
So
I have the
No,
lease
this is
right
not my
here.
first
Like,
time.
nigga, they
Cooking
don't
with
gotta play
Free,
with me.
Cooking with Free is going from live to live. She was just in Pumpkin's live, and she was just in this live too. And we're gonna talk about what she did with you.
She's clout chasing.
We're gonna talk about what she just did with you in just a second. How she bucked up on you because I told you your rights. So Cooking with Free was in
Mm-hmm.
Pumpkin. She talked to Pumpkin earlier on the back end, and she's going around telling everybody on the back end. Also, Smiley, you're here, right? Smiley, would you like to play? Because I don't think Thotty's heard this. Because Thotty, you might not have heard the messages of Cooking with Free, where Late Night was threatening to beat her ass, to whoop her, to do her in. And who's Persian? I don't know who Persian is. To do her, to beat her ass and everything, and threatening her. So how she's coming at you, Late Night came at her how she was coming at you, but she didn't have that energy for Late Night threatening. He said he'll kill her. But she said to Pumpkin allegedly that Late Night was a gardener. He was going to be helping with lawn work and field work while making making money on Bigo. He was going to be helping to mow the lawn, to put in flowers, to do field work, to do X, Y, and Z and ones and Persian. Persian said, "I was on your live. I had a protection against Late Night too." What? You have a protection? Wait, Persian, come up here. You have a protective order against Late Night too? So Thotty was sitting in his live the other earlier today, minding his business, everybody. And I told Thotty, I was calling him on the back end and telling him, and I'll say this on the front end while he was sitting there. Don't you have a show to go? I thought you were going to the Flop Up Girls. Did they pay you? Did you get your coin?
They didn't start. They didn't start yet. I don't think.
Did you get your coin?
Did they?
Did you get your
No.
coin?
They didn't start yet, did they? No.
Did you get?
I didn't get no
I didn't
coin.
ask you that.
They didn't come in.
Did you get your coin?
No.
You do what you want. You grown. Anyways, like I
But
was saying.
I didn't go over there yet. I didn't go over there yet either. So there's that. I didn't think it started yet.
Oh, okay. All I'm saying is get your coin. Couldn't be me, child. She was on the interview. Persian, you were on the interview admin. Make sure y'all kick out these trolls, please. You were on the Persian. You have a TPO against him. I forgot about that. So Persian, are you gonna be involved in this? Stay right there, Thotty. Give me just a second. Are you gonna be involved in this too? Her and her man. Remember? I don't remember Persian having a PTO. You have to remind me. He said he got 120, 125 from Tommy. Listen, if Tommy K gave him money, if Pumbaa K's big bore ass and Super Flop, where his white tongue, and yellow teeth gave him money, work your set and get your coin. I ain't got nothing bad to say. I'm just here saying the man is in need, and if he's getting his coin, point blank period, get your coin. That's it, and that's all. Because you girls don't like to pay. You girls don't like to help. You girls like they came on your panel. Okay, that's what you girls do. Okay, so Thotty was sitting in his house, minding his business in his house. Okay, everybody who missed this. He had about 4,000, almost 5,000 people in the live. Cooking with Free, did she come in or did she knock on the door?
No, this is a door that has a pin code. So she literally, I could hear her just beep, 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 beep. Like she didn't knock, none of that.
First of all, that's kind of scary. Is there a way for you to change the pin code?
No, not that I know of.
You do know that you might have a case in all of this, right?
Oh, I definitely have a case. Why do you think I've been quiet this whole time? Because my grandmother has been a lawyer for 35 years. I make one call, this whole house will be mine. Word of everything. So at the end of the day, I'm not even trying to do that. I'm not even trying to do all that though.
Don't do too much. Don't do too much because I don't want them to try to incriminate you. But you do know also you have a case against Late Night and you have a case against them, right? Because you were detained by the police for all of this.
Yes.
And then also they walked in during all of this. Go ahead, Baltimore.
Yes.
He got mail. Have you been there for 30 days?
I've been here for 45 days and I do have multiple pieces of mail here.
And he's giving money for the rent. So let me tell y'all what happened, okay? So he's sitting there in his chair.
And my name's on the lease.
Wow. He's sitting there in the chair. He's minding his business. Okay. While he's sitting there in the chair minding his business, Cooking with Free and her husband. Now, let me be very clear for everyone. Cooking with Free, who came into my live, who, I don't know if you know this, said that, oh, I'm going to put Late Night in the place right across the street over there. She didn't put him there. He's actually somewhere else with Thotty in a different property. That's the husband's. The husband, Cooking with Free's husband, they're in the ex-husband or whatever, a different one of the properties they own. And it's the husband's name that's the property. It's not Cooking with Free. Cooking with Free is not the landlord. So her not being the landlord and the landlord, who's the husband, walks in on this man while he's sitting there, minding his business, talking with people, doing his rounds, doing the chitlin circuit. Thank you, Big Z. Let's get to this 9th box, y'all. The room is very lucky. Y'all play some Golden Roses, y'all. Play some Peerless Swords. Get in there. While happening, Cooking with Free then tells him that he needs to get his shit and leave today. Correct me if I'm wrong. She said to you verbatim, she doesn't care how you do it. You need to go. While the husband's in the background, standing there, bucking up, Cooking with Free, then moves up on him while he's like, I don't need to leave anywhere. Why do I have to go? I do want to leave, but I'll leave when I'm ready. I was planning on leaving anyway. She said, well, you can leave today. You got to go now. You got to get out now. You need to leave. Then she gets more aggressive and loud with him to the point where he calls the police because she's moving in. She was moving in closer to you, wasn't she?
Yeah, she pressed right up on me. She was like she was about to take my phone out of my hand or some shit. Cause I was like, bro, I have 4,000 people watching you act crazy. She stood up. She was like, you think I care about the live? That's when her husband grabbed her the way he used to grab her on Periscope and put her where the fuck she need to be. So she acting all crazy trying to defend Juju like she wasn't getting ragged by her neck. Stop, bro. Why do people on this app do that?
So when this happened, okay, then Thotty then called the police. Well, he said, I'm going to call the police. She said, call him. I don't give a fuck. Call him, call him, call him. And then Thotty was like, I wanted to leave anyways. I was going to get out of there. And she was like, well, you need to leave today. Grab your stuff. I don't care. Like, can you leave in the next 2 hours? So everyone on the live was telling Thotty, like, you have rights. You don't have to leave. Do not go anywhere. And Thotty was like, well, I'm just about to leave. Like, and everyone was like, no, because you can't just evict someone out the place. You have rights. You tenants have rights. So then Thotty called the police. Homegirl ran out to the police so fast and told them out there that he was being the aggressive. He was being the one. Hold on, let me kick this person out. Martha Sealing, don't do that, boo. I want to keep you in, but we don't give a fuck. That he needs to be the one to leave and all that. The police then came into Thotty and Thotty explained everything, and they said to him, you don't have to leave. We can't tell you. Sorry, let me just, you don't have to go. You don't have to leave X, Y, and Z 1, 2, and 3. Now, I want to talk with you really quick. Do you know all of your rights as a tenant?
I can't say I know all of them, but I do know quite a few.
Okay. So what you need to do, what
I'm not from Texas. You got to remember, I know things are different in Texas than where I'm from.
Yeah. So what I advise you to do is, after you finish doing your chitlin circuit and talking with all your people, some of your followers and supporters or yourself should really ask and do your research. I had to do it myself for New York, and I didn't know so many things. But you have multiple rights that have been broken, multiple violations that have happened, not only in your apartment with your landlord, but also with your roommates, because now you are in handcuffs. You have been involved in all of these things going on, and you are being harassed. So you have plenty of rights towards what's going on. Cooking with Free actually can get in a lot of fucking trouble for what she did.
Yeah.
So my advice
and you was watching, and I told her, she said, I want you to leave now. I said, so call the police. She said, why do I have to call the police? I said, you know what? I'll call them.
You were talking to me on live, and she asked you for the lease. Remember, and I told you don't give it to her. Don't forget that part.
Yeah, she tried to. That was the first thing she asked for when she came in here. She was like, "Can I have the lease?" I was like, "No."
So here's one of the things, Thotty. Not only did that lady say it right, Thotty, she is not allowed to enter the premises without your permission. She is your landlord. Landlords cannot come in and go if. And I want you to listen.
She's not even the landlord because you gotta really. He's the landlord.
But listen to this. Listen to this. If they walk in to that apartment at all without your saying you can come in, you are allowed to call the police and have them removed. So what I'm saying is you're in fear for your life, but one thing you don't know is, no, the landlord does not live there. They have to give you. You
Wait,
can
wait,
say no access. That's
and
trespassing.
don't forget.
Thotty, they can get arrested. Did you know that?
I didn't.
And don't forget, she was going in on your supporters last night. Remember, she told one of your supporters, "Shut the fuck up, mind her business." She not talking to her in the background when your supporter was trying to tell her, "Take her the phone. Let's just ask her, can you stay for a little bit? Let's just ask her, can you stay for 30 days?" Yeah, she was going in last night.
Okay, wait a minute.
And
Wait
you know
a
what's
minute.
funny to me? When I
Everybody's
tried to
saying
tell
he
her, I
lives.
said, bro, there's.
Go ahead, Thotty. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say it's crazy because, like you said, there was 4,000, almost 5,000 people watching, and I'm telling the only reason, bro, the views don't matter. But in a real life situation, I'm trying to get it in her head and in her man's head, bro. Don't think you about to be funny or physical or none of that when there's damn near 5,000 witnesses right here, bro.
No, you were
Don't
right.
do
You were
it.
right to keep your phone
And she said,
high.
I don't care. I don't give a fuck about those viewers.
You
You
saw.
don't give a fuck about the viewers, but you spend all day the moment you leave, chasing the viewers though.
We saw.
Clout
No,
chasing all day.
we saw that. Okay, but wait a minute.
But you don't
Everybody
care
was.
about the viewers.
Everybody, because I could have spoke wrong with Thotty. Everybody is saying that the man lives there part time as well. Security, kick out all these trolls that are saying anything else, please.
Yes, yes, but yo, you got to understand something, bro. He does because he has the master bedroom. But this is the thing. They've said multiple times they are not married, which means any clause that's, oh, well, I live here, so my wife, bro, that's dead. Y'all not married. That's out the window. Legally, if you're not married, they not hearing that. That's your girl. Okay, but she's not the landlord. You're not married to her, bro. You are the landlord, not her. She can't just be walking up in here. You can. You live here. You're the
Okay, so he
landlord.
can.
She
So he
is
can.
not.
So he can. So he can.
He can. I don't have an issue with him. He's cool peoples. I know he's gonna ride for his girl, and I don't fault him for that.
Got it.
Because at the end of the day, the entire time this is happening, you witnessed it.
But
He
he's
stood
not-
there
but
silent
he's
as
not
hell
press-
while
but
she
he's not- he's
tweaking.
not-
You feel
but
me?
he's not- we need 1K, but he's not pressing you.
No, he's not being an aggressor. He's not doing anything really. He's just
Yes,
he
Jen.
agreed. Basically, he got to a point where he was like, "It's too much going on," and at this point, I just want everybody out. You saying you want everybody out, but you about to try to make me leave so you can move Juju back in. How you want everybody out, but you know what? Let me get out of here. Hold up.
Wait a minute. Did you just wait? Did you just say to move Juju back in? Juju better not come back there.